welcome again to Toast Kitchen. How have you been? I've been all right. I'm sure that you've been fine too. Thank you for watching the past videos, and I want to believe that those videos were useful for you. Today we're making another kind of rice. It's not like the regular one. It's much more, tastier and chewy than the regular rice. It also has so much of antioxidants, and it prevents the risk of developing diabetes type 2. It's a kind of meal that is highly proteinous. Guess what rice it is? It is wild rice. Yeah, wild rice. So for this wild rice recipe, we're going to be using the wild rice. I've got a collection or selection of seafoods. Yeah, this is the calamari. I've got some king prawns in it, and we also have the mussels, and I've got king prawns also, and onions, seasoning, vegetable oil, a bit of pepper to give it a little hotness, and curry and thyme. That's all for the recipe. Very simple, but it will come out extremely nice. I mean, this is going to be nicer than the regular rice that you know. So now let's get started. But before we start, I'd like you to know that I've already parboiled the wild rice. Yeah, so let's go. The first thing to do is to place my pot on fire. Okay, so now we've got our pot on fire. I'm going to be using the medium heat for a start. And the first thing is to pour in my vegetable oil. Yeah, so I've just poured in the vegetable oil. And you leave that to heat up for a while, after which I'm going to be adding the onions. All right, so I could use just a strand of onions to check if the oil is hot enough. It's definitely not. You can decide to cook this in the fried rice style if you want it fried, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be frying the king prawns and the other seafoods first. The oil, you can tell that is hot enough. I'm going to fry the king prawns, and it's just going to be fried slightly, yeah, and then we bring them out after a few minutes. You can see that it's defrosted. That's why this water is coming out. I'm going to season a little, just a little, and then you stir. At this point, I'm on high heat. Then you allow it to cook for about a few minutes. Okay, so at this point, we can bring it out. You don't want it to stay too long on fire because, seafoods actually shrink the longer they stay in heat. And you want it to be really prominent in your wild rice, because that's actually the beauty when you serve your wild rice in your plate. Uh, it's giving a very lovely aroma already. I love it. In the onions inside the broth. You can decide to fry the onions first, like I said earlier, but then I want the onions to be crunchy, so I'm going to cook it up together with the wild rice. And then you pour in your wild rice. Don't forget that in Toast Kitchen, we cook in within a very short time limit because you don't want to stay too long in the kitchen. Cooking is made easy, yeah, right? And then I pour in my seasoning and the pepper, just a bit because it's not supposed to be too hot, and the curry with thyme. Stir together and allow to boil for a few minutes. I'm sure you all are used to frying onions first and the rest. But trust me, this will come out extremely nice. At this point, you reduce to low heat and then you cover. So let's check on our rice, wild rice actually. We're going to add little water and then you stir. At this point here, the aroma is everywhere in the house, like so lovely. So lovely. You reduce to low heat and you're allowed to boil a little more. If you like your rice hard, you can leave it, but I don't like rice being too hard in my mouth. This is meant to be a chewy kind of rice though, so this water is enough to cook it. Then while it's almost cooked, we're going to pour in the seafood. Check on it later. Okay, now let's check on our rice. Oh god, I'm so excited. Wow, I'm so excited. See the look already. Yeah, so at this point, it's soft enough and nearly cooked, like nearly ready. So while it's almost dry, we can now pour in the seafoods. Ensure you don't pour it in with the water so that you don't end up adding more water to the rice. Okay, now we've poured in the seafoods. Oh wow. Yummy, yummy, yum, yum. This is lovely. Our wild rice is ready. This rice is actually such an interesting one. You can go and read more about it because it's not something so common. So this rice is actually eaten mostly by Northern Americans. It is lovely, right? Like very nice, very nice. So having stirred together, you leave it for another 2 minutes and our rice is ready. So now our rice should be done. Oh wow, it is ready. So our wild rice is ready. Come with me to serve. So now, guess what? It's tasting time. I mean, this at the aroma alone. Tolani, carry this thing. Hmm. Mm. Oh my god. Hmm. This is so good. In fact, to say good is an understatement. This is superb. Hmm. You really should try this. You will love it. Trust me. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a nice time, going through preparing this wild rice. Like the recipe is nice, like very, very lovely. I'm sure again that you will like it. I'll see you again next time. Don't forget to share, like, comment, again, subscribe. It is free. Don't forget to click on that. See you later. Bye.